The ancient church of Charwelton, and the probably more ancient art of wreath making. Right, it's frosty day again, look at that. Especially this roof here, it's just white. Anyway, I've got to walk. I don't think I want to ride the bike. With the roads icy like this, so I've elected to walk. It's freezing. I've got my beanie. I think it's got Google on it, has it? Yeah, there, look. Something like that. It's supporting my support of the One World Government. Nice. Well, solid. I think I could hitch a ride. Oh, that poor bloody horse over there. You've got to be kidding me. I bet he's not happy. Oh dear, you poor sod. How do they bear it? How do animals not feel the cold? How do sheep and cows and horses stand outside in -4 degree temperatures? It's the kind of thing a bike hits, so just kick that off the road. It's in the middle of the road. It's the kind of thing that a bike hits and it's all over. Oh boy. I have to put the gloves on, I think. They're in the pocket. But there's the day. There's the day ahead. Right, I'm gonna put the gloves on and get some serious K's behind me to get there on time. I wonder if I should hitch. I've just walked on the side here to get away from a car and it's frozen solid. The tractor marks of mud are frozen solid. It's unbelievable. It's an incredibly sunny day. It's sunnier today than it was yesterday. There were a few clouds around yesterday, but it was sunnier. Whoa, I tell you, it's amazing. It can be this sunny and this cold. Oh, this poor sheep. My goodness. The power to unit in Leicester, in Oadby, because the girl moved out. She's a terrifying hippie. Oh, you've got no idea. They never wanted her in the house in the first place. It's Oliver's little... Yeah, but he was giving us such, little rent. That was ridiculous. Anyway, he's finally got rid of her. She basically got rid of herself. She had some kind of mental conniption. You know what I mean? He started blaming and sending massive texts and all this kind of gear. And it evolved into her being removed under threat of the bailiffs. So I had to go down there when she's gone. I had to find the keys, get the keys, throw out the rubbish, rake up the backyard. I did all that. Couldn't get the power turned on. I couldn't stay there another minute. I slept there one night with no power and no heating. And then I came back. So I'm meeting John, I'm meeting him on Saturday. There's a grandfather clock in there to get rid of, and there's some furniture to take to the tip. So on Saturday I have to be at Leicester at 10:30 to do that. Yeah, so it's all happening. Well, she better be, because I was, they've got good news and I got bad news. The good news is Lucy's coming for Christmas. The bad news is Lucy's coming for Christmas. Oh, because now I've got to find a tree, I've got to find adornments, I've got to buy presents, and not just for Hannah. I was just going to sit around and watch the rugby or something. No, I'm going to ask. There's an old lady across the road. She's pretty vibrant though. I think she's late 70s. And when COVID happened, they started sitting out on the road on Sundays at 11 o'clock in the morning, and all the women and having that. So I sit with them and have that. And that's how you find out what's happening in the village. Every car goes past, stops, and they give a little bit of information about who's lost a cow and, you know, all that kind of thing. And she said, "Oh, can you rake my lawns?" Oh, like she's got four lawns at least in the back there. But I get my apples from her. I've been stewing apples all the time because they're on the trees. You just pick them off the trees. It's insane. All right then, I'll see you later. We're in a hollow now, but when we're on that hill, I saw the church. There's cars everywhere. What is going on here? For the middle of nowhere, it's very busy. There's a church down here on the left. Gee, I could see the church. It looks so close. So they're meeting at 9 and walking to the church. So I should just go straight to the church the back way. I saw that there was a back way to the church. There's no way I'll get to the village in time and then back to the church. As I said to you, the church was vacated because of the plague. The villagers moved out from around it. So here's the... I'm pretty sure, look at that. It's a brand new, incredible digs, that one, isn't it? Look at that. These gloves are pretty good. They're still freezing on the bike. Look at all the leaves are frozen on the ground here. Wow, this is the frost. The frost of 22, they'll call this. Oh, yeah. But you can see the sun's just coming out now and making an attempt to melt. This is a big enterprise, isn't it? That's a big enterprise there. They're not mucking around, are they? This must be all their land on either side, I'd say. All the way. Because I've only been to England in the winter, I don't know what happens on these fields. Every time I've seen these fields, they've been flat and freshly harvested. So I'm assuming it's the stuff they've rolled up in the black bags, the bales of hay. Wow, that is just solid ice. Alright, I'm thinking this next field will unlock the key. The ancient church of Charwelton. Just as ancient. Art of wreath making. So just past this hedge, there's got to be a gate. There it is. I don't see any movement at the church. I think I see a signpost just up there. It looks about right. There's your sheep. Lucky they have wool. As we know. So I don't know what they're doing to that old building behind it, but I think it's falling into disrepair. It's just amazing how you can walk onto these properties, this public bridleway, public footpath. Not in Australia, my friend. Why is it not opening? I think it's frozen shut. There we go. So saves a climbing incident, doesn't it? Maybe they're walking and cutting as they go. The holly trees are over there. So if they're not at the church, I'll just start walking back to the village. I think that's the best idea. See, that sun there is starting to make me thirsty. No, it's not. It's starting to make me hot and I want to take the jacket off. But the air is very chilly. Right, I see a gate over there on that hedgerow. And I see gates here. I have to get into the church grounds. And as you've seen, these hedges are deadly. They're just, these bramble hedges are lethal. You know why you're getting through them, over them or under them. So I need to find, because there's a gate over there, straight across into the church field. This is all barbed wire. I think this gate here gets me in. That's good. I mean, it wouldn't be much of a bridleway if it went through one paddock, would it? Right, so this is still a bridleway. So I must be able to open this. Yes, in that way. Now they're coming up the back way behind there. Right, here we are, and there's no one here. I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't hurt to check. What an ancient church this is. Ancient buildings here. Well, there's no sign of anyone having touched that, so look how old that is. Wow.
Hello?
Right, the louvers. The damp problem louvers. Right, well, let's just walk back. I'm a bit hot. Nowhere to be seen down that way. I'll turn on the phone and see if I can't find it. It's too hot in this now. Way too hot. Oh, I don't even think I need the gloves. or the beanie or this. So I'm going to go and put this back inside the church foyer. I don't know what they call it. Just here. Well, I got over that okay. So this is the way that we're going to walk in. Oh, let's have a look here. Mate, it's as hard as a rock. Wow. So I've got no phone. I'm sure the message said meet at 9. There's nothing left for it but to walk back to the village. Here comes a car. Lo and behold. Thought you weren't going to stop then.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm waiting here for the wreath builders to come. They were going to walk from the village, but they haven't turned up.
Well, there's nobody along the road back into the village.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll just walk in the village and I've been waiting there for
I mean, I'm just coming to pick a car up, so I'll be going back out again in a minute.
All right,
if I see anybody, I can tell them to come this way.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Look, maybe they'll be there talking and discussing before they strike out. It's not like you said they're going to meet there at 9. You didn't say we're going to leave there at 9. Well, I don't see her coming back. So I think she was the church opener. They always open the church, which is amazing. So I've gone through that gate, and just a little farther along here we should be getting into the back of the village. Oh, it's a big I think it might have been a river or something once, or maybe it's a big gully, isn't it? Wonder how old the brickwork is. They did a nice job of it, even though it's out in the middle of nowhere. You know, it's a fine job. It's capped sandstone. The purple bricks would belie an era. I'll have to look into that. I know the red bricks are 1800s. Now, do you see this footpath here? I'm going to walk this probably next time I come in the spring, all the way it goes from Stamford to Banbury, the Jurassic Way footpath. It follows some ancient rock feature or something. That's why it's called the Jurassic Way. These would be rock hard. Yep, wow. Dearie me. I've only ever experienced this kind of weather when I was... This is still flowing though, it would be freezing now. Moving water doesn't freeze. These poor little buggers over here. I guess it's better than being on a dinner plate. Right, in we come. Well, here we are. There's the salt for the ice. It's hard to believe it was like 38 degrees here only a few months ago. 4 or 5 months ago. September cottage, oh lovely. September being springtime. It's a bit odd. Hey. Buenas tardes.
Bingo.
Well, there's a Christmas tree in there. I thought they were meeting here and then walking to the church. Ah, what a bugger. At this crucial time where I'm out in the middle of nowhere in the freezing cold and I need to at least read the email, let alone contact them, the phone didn't charge overnight, and I've taken it out with 13% and it's all over. You know, I turned it off at 5%, so I'll be able to turn it on and use it at least once. I turned it off, it's still drained, the battery. I'm sick of it. All my wrath against it on the channel will be without bounds. I can tell you that. Where would they have gone? Where would they be? That's it. Here we are. No, nothing. Right, well I've just... See ya! Just run into that fella. And he knows me from church. He said, "Hey Greg." I turn around and he says, "Yeah," and I was just asking the postman where Charwelton Hall is, because as you know, I went into the village, the little parish hall there, the church there, and read the link and it said Charwelton Hall, and not at Charwelton Church, or at Charwelton Hall. What a blunder. So I'm not reading the email properly. So I screwed this up badly. So I've got no warm clothes, no beanie, no gloves, no jacket. I couldn't have screwed this up any worse. There's the police there, right there, what they're doing. Right, so I've got to come all the way out here. What a disaster. Deary me. This is... Oh, and this was dropped on the road. Remember we passed it when I was walking the village? Well, it's Graham's. He's dropped it on the road. You know, it would have been better off if I took the chance and just rode my bike. So apparently they're around the hall, collecting holly in these bags. There's a war memorial and a little bridge. This looks like the little bridge. Here. Yeah, look at it. Wow, what an ancient little bridge. How old is that? There's the war memorial. Still snowing leaves. Right. So this is it, look. Ooh. Wish I had my jacket, or at least my beanie and gloves on. What have I done? Do you see footprints up this way? No, no one's walked up there. What a disaster. I'm freezing. I'm underclothed. I've got snot running out of my nose. I've got no tissues. Now look. Someone's gone up there. I think they could be. Not actually in the hall, but I think, look here. The crunchy grass. I wonder what temperature, if there's a graph between how fast the water's running, and when it freezes over, because rivers do freeze over. To be the kinetic energy of the water against the temperature. Are they up here? I'll look that up. If I remember, I'll look it up when I get back. But to say that the sun's 92 million miles away, that far away, and this difference between 40 degrees Celsius and -4 here is the tilt of the Earth, which is not even a radius of the Earth. That tilt, that is ridiculous. You need to use that common sense. I see no tracks here. The tracks have ended. Thank goodness I found them.
There he is.
Right, you wouldn't believe this story.
Have you found it?
I found that on the
Just in
ground.
case.
That's yours. You dropped it out the front of the house.
Oh, thank you, yeah.
No, it's okay. So I misread the email and I've been sitting at the church. And I thought, okay, well, I'll walk back into the village because I've got to walk to the church sometime. So I left my coat and beanie and gloves at the church. So I don't keep moving. I'm going to
the
die.
parish church?
The Charwelton church out in the...
Yeah, where you've been...
Because you said you were going for a walk. I misread it. I should have... Anyway, so...
I'm Andrew.
Let's get chopping. Oh, that's a lovely warm hand.
Isn't it just? Well, we've been here for an hour and a half.
I know.
yeah.
Greg.
Keith. Hi, Greg.
Keith. What was your name again?
Andrew.
Andrew and Keith.
And you?
Greg.
Greg. Hello
Yeah.
there, Greg.
Oh. So you know how I found out? I went to the village hall and then I went to the, what do you call the small church there in the village?
Chapel.
The chapel. Went into the chapel and I reread the link.
Did you?
And the link said Charwelton Hall. So I went out and asked the postman who was coming by,
Yeah.
where's the hall? And he said it was here.
God,
She was coming into Oxford every other day as well. Well, when it wasn't, you know, it wasn't too bad in the holidays, but I didn't like her doing it when she was... Because you know with teachers, they don't get home much before... Well, she gets home at tea time now, she's usually home by 8, but if she's tea time for her, I think. But it's
I'll go and trim some over this side.
she's there by 7, you see. She gets to school for 7, you see, Keith.
That's a long bit.
She's taught there ever since she went into teaching.
Yeah.
So I messaged she.
Oh, so what? Did she go in straight from the uni at college?
She went straight from.
She's done it 40 years.
Well, nearly 40, straight from Bradford. Yeah. Yeah, she moved into Kerry Cottage with other teachers. I went down to church to meet some Belwyn from Long Crendon. It was the first Sunday in October 1984. And
Well, is he a happy clappy one?
well,
See, what do you call happy clappy in the Church of England though?
It's where they've taken the pews out and you put ordinary chairs in and they put central heating in and they have lots of singing and kids and stuff
Kids!
like
Kids!
What?
well, I don't
They
think
don't clap on that sing, do they?
they damaged the pews if you don't go to the church. Kids. That's it.
When do these red berries come out on the holly? Because there's 2 here, this whole bush.
Some, it's like one of those mysteries, really. The old wives' tale is that the more berries you get indicates a hard winter, and this is the food for the birds. So if you see a lot of berries on various plants, you, well, a bit like you get the weather like it is today.
You wouldn't often get given holly with a lot of berries on it.
No. But then our winters have become much milder, Graham.
Have they?
Yeah, significantly.
I've never seen a holly tree before.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? I thought they were little hedgy bushes. These are trees.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Do they flourish with red berries every now and then? Like,
Yeah. There are some in the village got them, but there's one at the manor, but this one's in Spring Hill.
You run out of holly over there.
Yeah. I do now. Got enough of the grave?
I don't know, it depends on what the good doctor has to say.
Eh?
Well, last year we had there were 3 full bags, and we went and got another one, Graham, in the
Yeah.
afternoon. So there's enough for them to start, isn't there?
We can't pull the bags though, apparently, according to David. He won't let us pull them across the road, so I've got to be collected, because some of them are his and some are mine.
What do you mean?
Those 2 we can't pull.
Why's that?
There's damage in the bottom.
Can you carry?
Yeah, but we're not allowed to drag them. I drag mine, but I have to drag the church bag over to the spinner. It does wear the bottom out there.
Well, I suppose Maker Boy can get here, all right?
He can, but I've got to ring him up.
Do you want a phone?
Yeah. I nearly bought another one, but I thought.
Oh, yeah, I remember Wickham.
You do. Caroline Wickham apparently still lives there. Their hall at Preston, Nova.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're still there. Yeah. I'm glad you can, I tell you.
We're going to start making our way towards the river.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're not too cold yet. It's one of the, fortunately, as we go to Banbury, it's part of the Radcliffe Trust and the John Radcliffe, the Oxford University Hospital are a big teaching hospital. So I think we get pretty good care there, if you know what I mean.
Yes.